The Fully Geek.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, welcome. What is happening?
Cheese.
Yes, it's me, Nate. What's going on? I'm here with the original, the bad boy. Shut your mouth. Don't be dumb. You know him. East London General, Rich and Maximus, aka Biggie D. What's going on, my brother?
Oh my God, I love the intro. That's what I'm talking. I feel special. I feel special.
Bruv, if you don't know, back in the early 2000s, if you was rolling in the grime scene and you had a t-shirt that said, "Don't be dumb," you are looking at the original, the originator right here. Rich and Maximus, what's going on?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Bro, I'm still waiting for my "Don't Be Dumb" t-shirt now, bro.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry, man. That was that. You know what? That was a long time ago. You know,
bro. You need to go and get one back out of the woodworks for me, bro. Someone must have one, bro. If you got one, send me one, bro.
And do you know what it is? It's just, you know, when I was young, I was on so many different type of activities. I thought I could make money. I could make money this way, make money that way, and I sold loads of t-shirts. That was going like hotcakes, mad.
Nah, bro. I remember.
But you had one though, right? No?
Nah, bro. I never had it. Bro, I'm still waiting for my "Don't Be Dumb" t-shirt from then, bro.
Allow me, bro.
Yeah?
I think I know someone who's got some.
Yeah, I don't. Someone's got a whole bag of them, you know what I mean? Just, he used to holler at me, man. Let me know.
Don't worry, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up.
All right. As you have noticed, there is just the two of us today. All right. It's me and Rich. The Essex man, they're otherwise occupied today, but shout them both out. They'll be back soon.
Obviously, it's the famous two.
The famous two, bruv, the originators.
Standard.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, because I know when they hear about the pod. The thing about it is, I know right now the listeners are going, shit, what's going to happen? These men are going to be wild today. Where is the filter?
We've filtered ourselves. We're more calm.
We're calm. We're mature now. You get me? We've grown up. You get me? Hopefully we ain't gonna say that scandalous. I ain't gonna lie. If it's us two and Marlon, boy, they might take us off, bro. That episode might be called banned. Banned from everything.
Standard. You know that, isn't it? Standard.
All right. But yes, how has your week been, my brother?
You know what? It's been all right, you know. But listen, let me tell you about this heat. Right? What the hell happened here?
It's a bastard heat, in it,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. Today, it was just a boxers day. I was on my laptop. I said, no. This heat is ridiculous.
Nah, it was not. It was, the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I'm in school, so I don't notice it. Like, cause the building, like, but when I had a full year 10 class, I said, "Raw, bro, you man are hot." You know, like. I said, "You man are radiating heat, man. What's the matter?" He's like, "Nah, it's hot outside, sir." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you lot have just brought the heat in." Like, you know, like I feel like I'm not like I'm smelling people, but I'm just like, "Raw, man, it's just hot in here." Bruv, I went to my car, like after, bruv. Why did I have to? I had to open the car, open all 4 windows, the doors, and kick for a little bit because them
you open the 4 windows and you open the doors.
I just had to let air circulate, and I went and I was pretending I had to go and do something. Like, you know, like just standing up there talking for no one. Just, bro, them leather seats right now, and the heat is not the one for me, boy.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. Not at all. I'm not gonna, because when I went outside, I thought, let me chill outside for a little while. Then I felt the sweat on my forehead, and I thought, yep, it's time for me to go back in.
Yeah, it's mad. It's definitely mad. But I'm hearing it's only going to last till Wednesday. So, but yeah, no. Bro, you know what it is? I ain't going to lie. Because I'm back at work now, I'm fully not on this summer thing, bro. Be cold, bro. I don't care. Like, you get me? Because when I was on holiday, you didn't want to give me no sunshine.
Well, you had a bit of sun.
We had a bit. I've got, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. You know what I mean? I've got life, and that's all that matters. You get me?
Oh, standard. So how's your week been?
It's been all right. The kids have returned to school fully, like yesterday. So all the kids have come in. Bruv, I don't know. You know, halfway through the day, you start to feel tired. Like, you forget. Like, you're like, rah, man, this is long. The kids are writing. They're like, "Sir, have I got to write anymore?" Because they, you know, that they're written for the whole summer. Like, "Sir, my hand's hurting me, man. Sir, my hand's hurting." I'm like, "Look, you lot in year 11 now. Let's just pattern up. Sir, I'm gonna drop out of school. I'm not coming back. I was like, brother.
Well, how can kids be talking? I'm gonna drop out of school,
Bruv, they are this work thing. Nah, man, sir. Can't you just email it to us? Can't you email it to man? I was like, yeah, but nah, they are. It's been all right. It's been nice to see the kids. Like, hopefully it will last longer than 2 weeks. Like, I feel that feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you know what? Because I know a stat came out today regarding COVID and cases have now gone up, and they've been the highest it's been in 5 months. And there was little things circulating. There could be a potential another lockdown. Not saying there would be, but you know, I was just thinking, would they really be?
Nah, I don't know. I feel like the full lockdown, like the whole country on lockdown, I don't think they're on that no more.
Okay, so a circuit break or whatever they call it.
They possibly, but I feel like in school, you know, like, do you remember like the first couple of times they were like, they're still sending the youths to school. Like it's a circuit break for the world, but the youths them are still going to school. I feel like they're on that.
Yeah.
I feel like they're still on that.
Not taking that risk anymore, like in the sense of kids missing out on education.
Yeah, because I know, like, again, once you do it, it's so hard to claw it back. Like the clubs and all of them that can now go back, they ain't looking to close for love nor money right now.
Yeah.
Like that's people's livelihood. You know what I mean? I know people that own like proper business, like pubs or all clubs, all that kind of stuff. They've had to just close them down, sell them, bro.
It's deep, you know.
Like it's actually that's people's livelihood. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously, because most of us have been working and stuff throughout the pandemic, we haven't really noticed it, but it's affected a lot of people, man.
Oh, mate, all of us, like literally, all of us have suffered. All like health-wise and everything else, everyone suffered, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't get me like, I just give thanks, everything I have to just keep it moving. Do you know what I mean?
So, so you know how Boris said that, in regards, we won't be affected by. Well, he didn't say he won't be affected. Well, he made a guarantee that national insurance won't go up, and guess what? It's gone up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, I saw it pops up on my phone and says gone up. I thought, all right, but what does that mean? Like, but I don't know, man. Do you know what I mean?
Gone up by 1.25%.
Is it gone up by 1.25%?
Yeah, for health and social care tax to pay for reforms, but they're the same people who took it away in the first place.
Bruv, money I for make, money I forget spend. You know them ones.
Nah, trust me.
It's one of them ones, boy. Like, hopefully, if they take it with one hand, you might get it back with the other. You know what I mean? God forbid we need it on that side, but is what it is. Hopefully, it doesn't. It's not a long lasting thing. I remember when VAT was 17.5%. Yeah, all through school, that's what it was like. You remember we used to have to do maths. Like, you always have to remember the calculations.
70, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's 20%. It's been 20% for years, bro. Bro, people don't remember when it was 17.5%. You know
this is what I'm telling you. No one remembers.
Bro, and everything is getting taxed, bro. I went to buy Skittles the other day. Why did they look like, you know, like the multi-pack, like, you know, the ones that you get a family pack with, they're a bit smaller. They look smaller. Yeah. 65 pence. In my head, I was like, raw Skittles, 65 pence is decent. Look, bro, it's like there's nothing in there.
Yeah, it's just pure package, pure plastic.
Yeah, bro. And even like the Freddos, bro. Freddo be all like 50 pence and thing now. Fredo was supposed
50 be 10p, wasn't it?
Bro, it was 10 pence, fam. You used to get a Fredo for 10 pence. One of them tops, you know, mini Toms, you know, the little tomato crisp. Like there was
yeah.
And a little panda pop. And get change for 50 pence. That's your 50 pence, bro.
Oh, I swear panda pop was 25p.
25 pence, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You had 5 pence change, you can go get little penny sweets.
Bro, do you remember Panda Pop? Now I'm just thinking about Panda Pop. I haven't had that in donkeys.
Bro, it was a decent. They used to have that stupid flavors that it's just bare additives and that, yeah. Like the red one, but I did have a bubblegum flavor as well. It's just dumb.
Yeah,
like,
it was a blue one. It was a blue one. Blue and the red one. Jesus.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Growing up, these kids don't know, bro. That playing out of one of them, you was the guy, and then a little ice pole. And you used to get like the fat ice pole or the long ice pole.
Long ice pole. Yeah, remember the fat ones?
Yeah.
They don't sell the fat ones anymore, do they?
I haven't seen them. If I would, I think I'd get it just for the sake. It probably tastes like shit, but I mean, I'd get one just because I remember it. You know, like, again, it was blue. Like, they just give us bare blue food.
Yeah, it's okay for you. Don't worry. Until a bit later and you find out.
Bare additives.
Yeah.
Bare additives. But yes, definitely that's a little trip down memory lane. But yes, I enjoyed those things. Youths, you're never gonna know. All right. Today it is the 7th of September. We're recording this. Obviously, it comes out on the 10th. But today is the latest Verzuz. Okay. So last month we had the Verzuz, which was New York, which was Dipset versus the LOX, the Locks. Today it's another Battle of New York, and it is Ja Rule, baby, versus Crack Fat Joe. All right, I'm not gonna lie. When Merv put in the group, I thought, what kind of whack is this?
Did Merv put that in the group?
Yeah, Merv posted it. I was even baff. You know, like I was like, Merv don't even like watching Verzuz. I said, go on, Merv.
Okay,
go on, Merv.
Okay. You know, it's before, okay, the levels have stepped up.
He's doing his research now. But what are you saying? You're looking forward to this? Obviously, I know you're not going to watch it like live because you stayed up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock and went to watch it. I know. The thing is, I've got work tomorrow though. That's the only thing. I've got work tomorrow. I'll charge up my tablet, and if I randomly wake up, I will put it on though. I will put it on. Who do you think takes it?
I don't know. Depends how far back they're gonna go because, like, Fat Joe's had mad hits. Like, right, I mean, like with Big Pun Days, you know, all those something to say. So, like, I only know Ja Rule from. Sorry, I don't know what year it came out, but I know Ja Rule for the Bait song. I don't remember him like hardcore from back.
Like, don't get me wrong, Ja Rule in his day was, give or take, maybe not, but he was almost on the Drake level. Like everybody was like Ja Rule. He was killing the game. My one issue with Ja Rule is Ja Rule had bare duets, bare kind of features. So he had bare tunes of Ashanti. He had tunes with Robert R. Kelly. He had tunes with like
Kelly. No,
R. Kelly. No, Kelly. He had a few like them kind of tunes, yeah. Bare like tunes with other people. Don't get me wrong, he did have rap tunes, yeah, but that's not what everyone rated him for.
Yeah, it was those clubby tunes everyone rated him for.
Yeah, bruv, that's what it was. But he did have tunes, you get me?
And see, like, now you've said that. It's like my guy Joe, man.
Clap back. You want clap back? You want holla, harder to make it dollars. Bro, remember his little gruffy voice thing, he was doing it. Like, pause. But I mean, them times he was moving.
No, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Ja Rule was the guy at one point. He was the guy. Don't forget, he got so big, he was like, it was in films.
Yeah. Remember, then that's what I said. 50 was like, nah, can't have it. And that's when 50 tried to take him out the game, bro. 50's too out of order.
But that's 50 for you. No respect.
But Fat Joe, like that's what I'm saying. He has mad bangers. He has old school bangers, and then he's even got stuff like if you think about it, I'm all the way up. Oh. Nothing can stop me.
Jeez.
Bro, hey.
That's a massive rhythm.
Nah, he's
but this is what I'm trying to say. He's got mad bangers. Yeah. Like I know him and Big Pun made bare tunes together from back in the day. Like obviously I don't remember them, but I remember a few of them, and they were hard. Yeah, they were hard. So he's got those bangers there. That probably.
I'm hoping that they both bring features out. I'm hoping that Ashanti comes out, spits a track with Ja Rule, stays on the stage, spits a track like "What's Love Got to Do with Fat Joe." I want that. I just want I just want it to be a showcase. Like I want it to be a showcase.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah, a showcase is what is required. Yeah, definitely.
Because even what was Fat Joe? I'm sure Fat Joe had a New York tune.
Yeah, I think let me double check. I need to check
because I'm sure he had it but I'm sure Ja Rule is on the track. Like maybe it's the remix. I'm sure he has like a track with Ja Rule on the actual track. So you know what I mean? Maybe they dropped that one as well. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was The Game featuring Ja Rule, Fat Joe, and Jadakiss, New York.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a few tracks. So hopefully, because even What's Love, Ja Rule was on that as well.
Oh, is it as well?
Yeah.
So why are they clashing for?
Well, I don't know if it is a clash. You know, I mean, I think it's a New York thing. I think they realized that New York was actually moving. Like it was better than like when they do it in LA and stuff. And I think they just kind of grow on that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But Ja Rule feels confident. Apparently, Fat Joe told him, "Do you get me? Don't cross the line." So who knows?
Don't cross the line. Yeah. Look at him. Now, but honestly, I've got Joe. I've got Joe on this one.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Whoa. I feel sorry, I just read something. It says the Verzuz battle will take place September the 14th in New York at 9 p.m. The tickets are purchased from September the 7th. I thought it was today. If it's not today, then allow me. We're excited for next week. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure it was today, bro. But if it's not, then it's next week, and we're just, you get me? We're preempting it.
Yeah, we're prepping everyone so everyone get prepared and listen to the old school tunes of Ja Rule and
yeah. So if it is, well, guys, by the time this one comes out, it's Friday. You lot will realize that boom, by Tuesday, the Verzuz. You get me? It's Verzuz live.
Do you know what? How old do you think Ja Rule is?
Late 40s, early 50s.
It's 45. That shocked me. I thought he was
45.
Yeah.
What? Man went to school when we went to school.
Well, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, why? He's born in 76. I'm thinking, raw.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I guess he did go to school when we went to school, but
it's definitely in the last year when I joined.
Yeah, I wasn't in school then. Do you know what I mean? I keep it 100.
All right, thanks for that, mate.
I went in school. I mean, I'm a youngster. All right, cool. Tell me, did you hear Giggs' outburst today?
Giggs. I heard it. Like, he clearly a very upset man. And you know what? And what he was saying, it kind of made sense because, you know, like from his outburst, what I took from it was, you know, there's guests that come over from the US, for example, Drake and Drake's entourage, you know, and, you know, Giggs and his boys all take them to a club in West End, as you do.
Show them a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, like the owner of the club says, yeah, cool. Yeah, let the Americans in, but don't let the UK guys in. It's like, hold on. I'm bringing these guys to your club for you guys to make thousands of pounds, and you're not going to let us in. Come on, man. It's a disrespect.
Bruv, straight, you can't come in, you know. You man got to stay outside. It's mad.
Listen, that kind of thing there, it can't. The thing is, it's happened more than once.
Yeah.
It's happened more than once in his situation, and he said it. He's spoken to the guys, and it's still continuing to do the same thing. It's
a madness. I'd be real with you. That's why I don't go West End. Like, not that I'm on that vibe anymore. I'm not too grown to be the clubbing thing, but the clubbing thing ain't really for me like that. But if you think about it, I couldn't get dressed up, go West End, and then chat shit to me like that.
No, and I think that is, and you know what it is, and that's probably what it is. And people said, "Oh, why don't you go clubbing in West End?" I would say, "Oh, it's long," but if you really sit down and really think about it, it's because I'm black and I'm most likely won't get in.
Yeah,
and because they will perceive us as perceive me as a troublemaker of some sort.
And it's mad because if you think about it, like, we're fully grown, like, there's nothing utes about us. Like, don't get me wrong, like, if someone asks you for ID, you feel flattered, yeah. But reality, come on, I'm a big man, innit? Like, let's stop being silly, innit? Like, don't try and mug me off about how old am I? Yeah, I'm a big man with a beard. You get me? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
And like, who thinks I'm coming all the way to West End to dress up in, you get me, hard sole shoes, yeah, to start trouble? You're an idiot.
Nah, yeah, exactly. But you know, it's just like, but Giggs was upset.
Yeah.
You know, he said a couple threatening things.
Next time, we're coming in. Don't worry about that. We'll run up in there. I said, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's simple. He came. He was very direct. There was
nothing can be misconstrued.
Yeah, nothing at all. Very clear in what he was saying. And all I'll say, if you haven't seen it, go and have a look on his page.
Yeah.
And watch this space.
Yeah. Go Giggs. Go Giggs. Go Giggs. I think the club was called Tape London. I never been there, so I don't know what it's like. But yeah, I hear you. Shout out Giggs. This week was a bit of a sad week. We had 2 big RIPs. On Saturday, I think it was, or Sunday it was actually.
Yeah.
Sarah Harding from Girls Aloud, at the age of 39, passed away after her battle with cancer.
To be fair, I thought she won it the year before. I thought she kind of I thought she got a clear.
Yeah, to be honest, Girls Aloud's not necessarily my group at the time, so I don't really know.
Come on, man. What are you talking about?
No, I keep it 100, bro. Like, I don't know, bro.
But Girls Aloud was the one.
Girls Aloud was Cheryl Cole and Cheryl Tweedy, whatever her name is.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I was saying, I'd be real. Like, after Cheryl got caught up in that whole toilet thing with the auntie, I just locked it all off in it. I just locked everything that was associated with her off. She's on X Factor. I'm not watching it.
Nah.
You get me? That's how I was moving. You get me? No justice, no peace. Auntie was just in the toilet, just doing her thing, bro. You get me? Trying to ask you, do you want soap or a lollipop? You get me? Angelical perfume and that smell nice.
Just got attacked unnecessarily.
Yeah. But in saying that, she's got a new R&B show, like I think on.
Oh God, just not talk about that. The whole
the world is up in arms.
The whole internet broke down.
Yeah, they were not happy about that, boy.
But how do you feel about that? Her being an R&B, is that a major effect on?
No. It depends. If she's playing R&B or she's opening up the world to certain R&B tracks that we may not have heard before, fair enough. Like, do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
If you're undiscovering new talent or whatever. But if you're just there, just recycling whatever, it doesn't matter. You could be on Kiss FM. I wouldn't make a difference. You know the ones there. You could be on Kiss 100 with an R&B show. What's the difference?
Yeah, this is what I mean. I'm like, okay, I get it to a certain degree, but you know, I think it's a bit of an overreaction in a sense because we've got a lot of black people doing black shows.
Mm.
You know, Vodigan does reggae.
Yeah, but Vodigan, come on.
Well, I know his history. I know his history, but he still does it.
Yeah,
because he has passion for the music. Doesn't mean she doesn't have passion for the music.
I doubt she does, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. But to be fair, it's an R&B podcast, isn't it? So I think it's 12 episodes about R&B music. And it could be that she's just opening up and she's bringing different people.
Yeah, and she can have loads of guests talking about R&B.
Yeah,
but I think people are very, very quick to criticize until they see the actual structure of the show and how it's going to be.
Yeah, that's it. It would be nice, don't get me wrong, to have got an R&B artist themselves in it. Maybe you'd have got an old school like Gabriel or like, I don't know, like one of them kind of old school Misha Paris or something like that. But you got Cheryl Cole. Maybe her face fits, who knows?
I always wonder when people hire people and think about why they're hiring an individual for a particular role where you think, do they have any knowledge of it, any knowledge at all on the subject?
Is it just for the optics? Is it just for what it looks like? But to it's a podcast, it may not be. It's what you sound like, innit? Could you imagine her with her thick Geordie accent talking about R&B? I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But this week we saw Justin Bieber on the remix of what's my man's song? Want nobody.
Yeah. I can't remember what.
Yeah. Not Burna Boy. It's the other one.
What was it?
He's done the track, and then you've got Justin Bieber on there. Justin Bieber trying to do Afrobeats.
Justin Bieber's not messing about at all, mate.
No. Justin Bieber said, "Oh, done. He likes the tune. He's gonna vibe with it." So I said, "All right, run with it. Just run with it." I just think anything certain time that opens up the music scene to the wider audience, we'll go for it. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, we'll talk.
Let's open it up, boy. But also on a random one, Drizzy Drake dropped his album last week, Friday, which was called Certified Lover Boy. Shout out Gokes. Gokes messaged me. He said, "Nate, have you listened to the album yet?" He showed me one track. He said, "This guy's fire." So have you listened to the album yet? He said, No, I'm going to listen to it later. He listened to it. Drake's biggest fan. You know what he said to me?
What?
He said the album's trash. I bust up, yeah, guys. Like I expected this. It's a decent album, but I expected this. This is what I expect from Drake. Like, I don't have these high expectations. It's a decent, solid album, but I don't know what you was listening to. You're not going to listen to. You don't listen to Drake if you listen to bars. Yeah. You're not going to listen to Drake to listen to wordplay. Like, say, oh my god, let me reload this.
Man said it's trash.
He said it was trash. I was busting up. Also, British artist Little Sims, she released that album. That's a solid piece of work. Do you remember?
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, you know Little Sims, don't it?
Yeah. She was in what show? She was in Top Boy. Yeah. The thing is, I didn't know she was actually a singer rapper.
Yeah.
Prior to that, until after Top Boy, then I realized, and everyone said, "Oh yeah, she does this, she does that," and I thought, wow, she's very, very talented.
Yeah, Little Sims is amazing, man. Little Sims is amazing. And
Talking
she's
about
got a couple of features on there. Now, a couple of family features on that, like Cleo Soul's on there, and all the rest of it. Inflow First did a little bit of production on there. It's good, man. It's a good album.
I was gonna say, did you catch DJ Target's first show?
No, bro.
Yeah,
I'm back, bro. Did it come out? Did it come out every week or something?
Yeah, every Thursday
on BBC Three, innit?
Yeah, BBC Three. Yeah.
No, I gotta start taking Little Man back to football and that. So when he's there, it's like an hour and a half, whatever. I got a little time to watch it. I just watch it on my phone or whatever.
Yeah, do you know what? It was actually pretty. It is pretty good. They've given Target a budget.
Okay.
They gave him a budget. And like on this week's show was Little Sim, was Gets, and it was Specs. Is it Specs?
Yeah.
So they were on there. It was quite funny. Okay. And so it's just obviously they were just talking about the music scene, and to be fair, it was more Get Sims and Specs bigging up Target for getting this kind of show.
Yeah.
It was, you know what, it was quite, you know what, because obviously I'm from listening to grime when I was younger and all that kind of stuff and involved in it, and to see Target's like, yeah, you're on BBC, but now you've got your own show, mate.
Yeah.
It was massive, and Gets did a performance, smashed his performance, absolutely smashed it.
Wouldn't expect nothing less. Bruv, they're seasoned performers now, you know.
Standard.
They're seasoned performers, bruv. They're seasoned performers. You got to pick them up every time, bruv. Each and every time.
Definitely.
All right, bruv, I'm not going to lie. Yesterday, bruv, it took me. Brother Kel put it in the group. I said, you're lying, bruv. I thought he was lying. I thought it was one of them, what do you call it? Them, you know, like them random rumors that just come around.
Yeah, it's come around, yeah.
And that was that Michael K. Williams, okay, passed away. Like, allegedly a drug overdose.
Well,
of some sort. Allegedly, I don't know.
But that's what 50 come out and said randomly.
No, but then I think I've seen it somewhere else that was alleged. Like, but I feel like he's at the age of 54. So Michael K. Williams, for those that know or don't know, he was Omar in The Wire. He's been in, bruv, numerous shows. Like TV, he's been in stuff like he was in Boardwalk Empire as Chalky White in Boardwalk Empire.
He was, isn't it? Yeah, of course he was.
He was in TV shows like When They See Us.
Yeah.
He was in Lovecraft Country.
Oh shit! Season 2. He's not going to be in it.
I know, it's mad.
Did he die?
No, I don't remember. I don't think they bring back Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, they're not, are they? They're not.
Yeah. So he was in. Remember, he was the dad, innit?
Yeah. He was the dad.
Bruv, he's been in films like he was in Ghostbusters, the 2016 one. He was in The Purge. He was in 12 Years a Slave. All right, let me see if you remember
12 Years a Slave?
12 Years as a Slave, yeah.
Right.
12 Years as a Slave, yeah. Let me see if you remember this. He was actually also in Trapped in the Closet, the next installment. Do you remember the R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet?
Yeah. When he did a video for
yeah.
Remember,
and then do you remember you remember Big Man? Do you remember Big Man, who was the midget little person? I think that's the correct term. Sorry, I apologize. The little person that was underneath the sink.
Yeah.
And he was she was going out of the larger lady. Yeah. And the larger lady's husband was my man.
I need to see it again.
Bruv, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Go back and watch Trapped in the Closet one day, bro. It's funny, bro. R. Kelly was a talented brother. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, he did wrong and stuff, so I don't celebrate that.
No, yeah, of course, yeah.
But he was a talented brother, and that was lyrics, bruv. That was so like ingenious though when you think about it. But like I said, I will say, bruv, it properly affected, man. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, he was a legendary actor, man. Like, especially I think from coming, like from the underground actors.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I see him, because I can tell he hustled. Like for example, like The Wire. That's where I've known him from, and The Wire was a semi-low budget, kind of a ghetto kind of.
Nah, I think it was a bit more than ghetto.
No, I don't know, because I didn't.
It was gritty. It was gritty. It was Baltimore. It was Baltimore.
Yeah, but I don't think they thought it would get that traction.
Nah,
do you know traction?
I think they did.
Really,
bruv. Like I'm like if you went on Mastermind and you did like what's your special thing? Like my special thing would be The Wire. Like I properly, bruv. I've read all the books about them. I read all the people that wrote it. I've watched all of their little programs because they've done other series like Homicide and that. Yeah, I've read all the books. I've read The Corner. Yeah, they've done. What's the one they did the one after, which was the one that was down in New Orleans, bruv. I've literally, bruv, like I'm a quote unquote pause fanboy. You get me? Like, I don't know, like even when you read their books and you watch their shows, they knew what they was doing, and The Wire was such an amazing show, yeah, because like it just looked at the whole city in general and showed you different nuances from different people. Like when it started looking at the education system, it started looking at the lawmakers, it started looking at the streets and the drugs, it started looking at the journalism, and all throughout that they just weaved Omar, bruv. Omar Little, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, Omar at the time was probably the first black gay person I'd ever seen on television like that. I think there was one in EastEnders back in the day, but I think like that everybody just rated. Like, like no one was trying to be disrespectful. Like when people watched it, no one could even say, nah, man, he's a this, he's a that. Everyone's like, nah, man, don't really believe what he does, but I rate Omar. The only ones that like, I don't rate it, but I rate Omar. That was, bruv, and that's testament to the actor,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Omar was so, you look at him, you think, this guy, he came around the block. Everyone said, Omar, everyone is scattering.
Everyone's like, Omar's coming. Everyone's just ducking out the way. What? Man just banged the door in of his foot. Dum, lit a cigarette. All of a sudden, the G-Pack comes down. The money comes down. Omar just carries on walking down the road with his box of cornflakes and the shotgun in the jacket.
Do you know what? He was Debo, innit? Wow. He was Debo.
Bruv, mental.
Bruv, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. When I watched Wire and I saw the way that Omar was moving, I thought, oh my God, what is this show I'm watching?
Yeah, nice.
Next levels.
Levels, bruv. That's what I'm saying. Like, and when he was lip-syncing the man and all them things, I was like, what? But bruv, you said celebrate that. That's bruv, you said, man respects it. Like, when Omar went hard after them, man, after series 1, because what they did to his boyfriend, you said, I respect it. Omar, do your thing. Do your thing, Omar. They should have done that to my man. Why they leave him on the car like that?
Nah, it's proper true.
Nah, Omar, bruv. And then even the other day, when you think about it, you get me, DMX passed away, yeah? And then when BET did a tribute to him, yeah? They did a tribute to DMX. And Michael K. Williams, like, did a version of, like, DMX and that. So, like, he came out earlier and was, like, spitting the lines and that. And, like, obviously, because he's bald and all the rest of it, and he had the vest on, it kind of made everyone, and then, like, shit, blood, oh, man. Like, all of this, yeah? And then, like, then he stopped, and then, like, a screen kind of went up behind him. And then behind him was, like, all the Rough Riders, Swiss, and all of that. Bruv. Mad. And then you think to yourself, within, I don't even know, less than a year, bruv, you're now gone potentially the same way, man.
Yeah.
And I guess we never know what going through somebody's head, innit? We don't know what people are going through and the battles and the demons that they're battling.
And this is what I'm saying. You don't know. It's just like, a lot of stars, or in the US, across the world anyway, they tend to, if it was overdose, not, I don't know what it was, what drugs it was,
Yeah.
but a lot of these guys don't have medication with drugs which they regularly take, and that could be down to it. It could be down to anything, but you know, it's sad, man, that he's gone, because he was, even though people would have thought he's already progressed, but you could see him in much more films.
Yeah.
He was doing so much.
Yeah, I think he's even got like 2 films that are in post-production now. So they'll be released after he's passed away. Do you get me? A film called Surrounded, another one called 892. So yeah, like so I'm saying, like, man, I don't know, man. It's sad. It's definitely sad, man. But shout out to his family, shout out to him. Like, I think he's a sick actor. I think, do you get me? You gotta give a man their flowers, and he deserves flowers, bro. He deserves flowers.
No, I definitely agree. Definitely. R.I.P., man.
R.I.P., my brother. Okay. All right, cool. Now these men are not here like to keep on talking. Yeah. I'm joking. It's all us anyway, yeah. All right. Let us go into some TV and films. All right. This week saw the release of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, episode 7. Okay, which this week was entitled Broken Hearted. First of all, what did you think of the show? What did you think of this week's episode?
You know what? It was deep, innit? Obviously, just for Jukebox.
Yeah.
You know, I felt for... but obviously, I saw this coming from last week.
Yeah, but definitely. Like, she's too fast. What happened to her?
No, because, like, first of all, Kanan, to me, I don't know who he thinks he is. To me, you're just a 15-year-old boy trying to tell grown man what to do, and telling people to mix those drugs together. You don't even know what's going to happen.
Man said, "I'm cooking."
It's like, you know, because you must think, how powerful are those drugs that what you've done for people to take it in, inhale it, and go out?
No, but you remember, I think it was like fentanyl, yeah, and he was going, in New York they're going mad for this, yeah. And then he put so much in there. They were like, yo, you really put a lot in it. It's like, yeah. We're trying to... You're not that guy that you can start cooking up products and talk about testers, all of this, bro. When I saw the first man take it, yeah, and then he went like that, and he zoned out, I said, oh, shit. Then the next man was like, what? I want some of that. Took it, and then his eyes rolled back, and I said, nah, this brother.
There is no return.
No return. But my girl, I don't know why she troubled the thing in jukebox's bag for.
That's what concerned me.
It's too fast.
Because to me, it was a case of like, she's basically an addict. You can tell that last week's episode, when she took it, she liked it, she enjoyed it.
And that them thing there, I feel like she was just smoking in the club, innit? Now all of a sudden she wants to start doing the big stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that she went into Jukebox's bag and stole it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're a thief. You're a thief.
She stole it after Jukebox, went and gave her one mixtape. You get me? Do you remember old school mixtapes where you used to see a gal that you like and you made her a mixtape, bro?
Yes.
Yeah? Little couple R&B tracks.
I never did it.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I was a mixtape king, bro. Bro. Not everyone had a mixtape. You get me? If you was lucky enough to have a mixtape, shout you out. You get me? I don't give everyone mixtapes. They were exclusives. Nah, but that's what I'm saying. It was a thing. You get me? And that's why that like reminisced of me. I was like, yeah, that's solid, man. That's solid. But I think her brothers are mad. Rack's brothers, like Lou, I just don't understand what's going on with some of their brothers, man.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, the one with the high top, like the one that was working with Kanan.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get him. Like they're all supposed to be big man. Why is he moving like he just doesn't know anything? Like, he shook of his sister.
Yeah. And he's the oldest, right?
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's a very strange bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's very strange. And no one really trusts him.
None of them trust him. And then you've got, all right, what's his name? Is it Unique? Short one. And the Unique's gone to him and he's like, bro, I feel you need to come over the hair, like it's a one-time offer. Come over, like, look, I like what you're doing. The man's like, boy, he was eating his roll. He said, boy, like he literally turned and said, use a pussy, use a this, use a that.
Yeah.
Just got up. And he said, out of the blue, he said, yeah, and your man, he likes licking. I said, whoa.
And it's like, what? That was you?
But if you think about it, like, obviously, this is early 90s, isn't it? So that might have been like, right, like, bad man don't do them things or whatever, like them times there. You get me? I was like, just expose the brother. Also, how did he miss shooting him? That was dumb.
Yeah, but I don't get that. I'm thinking, did he intentionally like, oh yeah, it's just firing shots, but then again, it was pretty close. I don't know for you.
Brother, he was pretty close to be missing. That's why I was a bit confused why he was missing. Like, it's like he wanted the woman to see him and then didn't want to do nothing about it.
Yeah, I get that. But so, Unique, right? So everyone tells me it's Joe Bada, right? Badass, whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah, Joey Badass.
So it's a proper rapper, yeah?
Yeah.
I've fully never heard of him before in my life.
What, Joey Badass?
No. But I'm not into hip-hop and all that kind of stuff, so...
Yeah, Joey Badass would have been in... what tracks would have been he... He's old school, though, so it's not like it's new. This would have been like...
Oh, he's old school?
Early 2000s.
Okay, he looks fairly young, though, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I think he's like 26 now. But I think, like, them times there. So I think his debut mixtape came out in 2012.
Okay.
So it's been it's been a little while.
Oh, seeing. Okay.
Yeah, Joey Badass.
But I get, you know what frustrates me about this show as well? That again, the whole the police thing. Go and speak to your mum and tell her, and she'll tell you who I am. It's like, bro, really?
Dumb, innit? Like, it's just dumb. Like, I don't know what he wants from it. Like, he's just allow it, innit?
But obviously, he wants Kanan's help to,
like, his little kidney or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what's the matter with him, but it's something like that.
But listen, that's not going to happen.
No.
I don't know why he persists in doing it. To be fair, he doesn't actually really care if it's his son or not. It's only what he wants from him.
Yeah.
So the mum should just either. But what's going to happen? Obviously, Howard, his name is going to get taken out. The mum will take him out eventually.
Yeah, unless she uses him. Like, I don't know, man, how she can use him. I don't know.
But did you see how Symphony and Rochelle got back? Is it Rochelle?
Rack.
Yeah, Raquel got back together.
Yeah. So look, this is what I'm saying. Look, so for the past couple of weeks here, we've been seeing either the brothers having sex, like not with each other, obviously, like they have doing sex scenes, or it's the youngsters initiating sex scenes. But this week, because they're back together now, they've gone back to racking them. I said, this guy, man. It's like the modern day version of Angela Valdez. Remember, Angela used to get her back blown out every episode. Ghost was up with Angela. And you remember they even gave that random police officer, the Egypt police officer, his own sex scene.
Oh, that guy. And is that the one that died afterwards?
Yeah,
that guy. But it's just like they got back together, big him up, and they had to do their thing.
Yeah, definitely. But I do feel sorry for Jukebox because of Nicole, and I think Jukebox will probably blame Kanan for this, and this might be part of the reason why Jukebox becomes a police officer.
Well, do you think she'll blame Kanan, really?
Yeah, I think it has to be.
Because they're just going to say she overdosed, but...
but obviously, like, it can't be, they won't keep it a secret that what happened to all of the other people. Kanan's going to tell Rack that he tried to cook and all the rest of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I did like the moment with Raquel and Jukebox where Raquel was like, I'm not your dad, like, it's cool. Like, I just want you to be happy. Like, obviously, like, programs are very aware of their kind of audience now. But I thought, like, for the time, I thought that was deep. Like, it was big.
No, you're right. It was big because and you see how she was startled, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What's she going to say? And that kind of just eased the whole kind of conversation. And obviously, instead of her wearing a dress, she wore tux
A little
instead.
tux and that. You get me? Nah, big her up, man. Big her up.
But yeah, like I said, I think next week's will be a good episode and
Yes.
see how she does react to the death. Again, like you said, we know she becomes a police officer. However, I just does that mean she abandons the family? Because her dad already, he's tense.
Yeah.
So there's no way he will allow her to be a police officer and still remain in the same house. Can she be associated? Obviously, her and Kanan still have that relationship.
To an extent, I reckon, yeah.
Well, obviously it's repaired over the years because what we saw in Power, they were pretty loyal to each other
until the end. Remember, it was him. Kanan took Jukebox out, innit?
Yeah.
Kanan was the one that killed her because that was when she kidnapped Tariq for the ransom, and she was going to kill Tariq, and then Kanan killed her.
I feel I need to watch all this over again,
bro. You got to go back. Sometimes you got to go back to Power, man. But also, Davina, I feel like she's gonna clock on that Kanan knows more than that.
Well,
because when Famous was doing lyrics, she was putting two and two together, and she was like, "Yeah, he just lives that life, yeah, but you do, Kanan."
That one there, she knows, innit? She does know, she knows, but like Famous said, you know, and like most rappers that we know, they talk the hard talk, but they don't live that life.
Yeah,
I know, but obviously she's not stupid. It's just putting two and two together, really.
That's it.
I think all we can do is deny. But I still want to know, is she going to be that? Because when she, you know what it is? When she told him, I've got something to tell you, I thought she was going to tell him I'm pregnant or something like that. I know it would have been a bit sudden because it only been a week difference.
And what you think that was what's his name's mum?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nah, I think it's a bit too early, innit? It's a bit too soon.
No, I know.
Sean's mum. I think it's a bit too soon.
But yeah, I think that will be her eventually. I think after a few years.
I don't know. We don't know who Sean's mum was. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in a way.
But all I know is the streets need a body. Streets need
a body. Who's he Famous?
Bro, is when they went into the thing, the other guy goes to him, yeah. I was in the club the other day when you was singing. Big you up with that tune. He goes, remember the streets need a body. Yeah. I said, yeah. Bro, you know, like back in the day, that must have been an old school banger.
That's straight. No, but did you see that part when Raquel got the number from
the cousin, the woman, the girl that works in the bodega?
Yeah. So you see how she said to her, like, do me a favor, basically take out my husband.
Yeah, take out the husband. The husband's abusing her, bro.
Different black eye, different beating. Yeah. Ridiculous.
And even the cousin was like, no, I rate her, I trust her, but I don't trust her judgment.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely. Now, Raising Kanan episode 7 is out now. Obviously, the episode 8 comes out this Sunday. All right.
No. After that, it's 2 more episodes, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This week, we've been talking about What If a lot. Okay. Every week, we're talking about What If. Okay. Episode 4 came out this week. And episode 4 was all about Doctor Strange. All right. It was all about Doctor Strange. I think it was called Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
And we was kind of almost introduced to an evil Doctor Strange, kind of.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And obviously, when we spoke about what you mentioned last week about the whole multiverse, and by you changing things happen.
Yeah. Because I thought to myself, maybe this would be the reason, maybe that when Spider-Man was dealing with him, it was a totally different Doctor Strange. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're going to interweave it like that. I just thought, it could be something.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Strange was like, yeah, no problem, Spider-Man. I'll do that. You know that? What? Like, Doctor Strange normally be sitting there going, okay, I've tested this 10,001 times and and there's 9,990 possibilities that it's going to happen like this. And there's only one, you know what I mean?
But yeah, this episode, obviously, Doctor Strange, and there was about, I think, 6 or 7 scenarios where he took his girlfriend out and she always died, no matter what he did.
No matter what he did.
Even if, you know what's funny, because every single time he said, actually, let's go out this way, actually, let's go through the back way, let's get in this car, still happened.
Yeah.
And there's occasion where he didn't turn up, she still died.
Yeah. But that's what they say, when it's your destiny, isn't it?
See, that's deep. And the thing is, having that ability to change time still made no difference.
No difference whatsoever, man.
Still made no difference. But so that evil part of Doctor Strange. So what was that? So did you kind of understand the splitting and what happened there?
So it seemed like there was one side that was dead set on trying to go back and try to save the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the one that became evil one. And that was the one that started to learn to try and work with all of the dark magic. I remember at one point he was kept on eating all the animals.
Yeah. That was mad.
Yeah, it's so good. But I guess that was maybe a visual kind of representation of different things and how they manifest. And then he became like his ultimate kind of Dark Lord almost. And
and just when I was watching that, then it made me link back into Loki and Kang, because Kang he made sure what his plan was to kind of collect all the Kangs and made him to an ultimate one, which then he became at the end. And the last stage for him was to be killed by the female Loki. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
And then that's where everything changed and they became the ultimate Kang. And that's why I think maybe that's what was literally happening to him. I don't know. It's a bit strange. I don't know.
It was a strange episode. And it feels bad because like Doctor Strange is Kel's guy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Kel. Batman.
No, Kel. If you was to ask Kel DC is Batman. If you was to ask him Marvel, he rates Doctor Strange.
This Kel's got funny judgment, you know. But but Doctor Strange, yeah, he is the next level. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the episode, I think the episode was big. I think it was a big episode, and obviously the whole multiverse with Spider-Man, you kind of see things are meant to happen. If they're gonna happen, they're gonna happen, and that's what it is simply. But yeah, next week's episode, I already see it like a little.
We see a preview. Who's it about?
It's about bow and arrow guy. What's his name? Hawkeye.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Yeah, and there's a zombie kind of concept.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, I thought zombie, and I thought, okay, it is a what if. So
yeah,
it is what happens.
It's funny because, like, obviously, a lot of you haven't watched it, so we won't talk about it this week. We'll talk about it next week, which was Shang-Chi. But Wong, he's popping up in everything, bro. Obviously, Wong, Wong is Doctor Strange's local brethren.
Yeah.
So he's in this. Wong popped up in Spider-Man. Wong also pops up in Shang-Chi. Like, he's coming like he's the new Samuel L. Jackson, bro.
He's just in and out all the films.
Yeah, he's in everything, man. He's in everything. But I thought the visuals, again, was really good. In this episode, I thought the visuals looked good.
Yeah, of course, come on. It's standard, you know. We don't expect anything different.
Yeah.
And I think Marvel used the word sublime.
Yeah.
That's his magical words.
And then he say 10.
Would you say
10?
10. Yeah, it's a 10. Of course, bruv. Of course.
Of course. Yeah, no, definitely. So, yeah, what if it's still going on? I can't remember how many episodes there are this series, but I know that they've authorized the series 2 as well. So that is definitely something to look forward to.
But so this is a quick thing. Authorizing episode season 2. But I'm just like, but we're not linking anything to it. It's just quick, separate little storylines, isn't it?
Well, potentially. No, because like they've opened up the multiverse. Imagine this. So say, I don't know, a year down the line, the multiverse is doing this thing, and all of a sudden you see Captain, what's her name? Captain Carter or Penny Carter as Captain America. Yeah. Her version of Captain America. And it's its own TV show, its own film, but it started from here.
The things I think it's maybe it'd be too mad. I think it'd be too messed up for too many fans.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I guess that's why they did it as a cartoon.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you might as well just start crossing DC and Marvel. Just do what ifs. What if Superman decided to just walk in and say like, yeah, I'm Superman.
I guess you could.
And Superman becomes the new Thanos. But come on, if they did that, that would be absolutely mental.
Yeah. Guess there's no reason not to though.
Oh, standard.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling what if and looking forward to next week's episode, or next episode, which is on next week, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We had Stargirl season 2, episode 4, and this is just something called Summer School Chapter 4. I feel like they've upped the ante. It's got a little bit more interesting in what they're doing. It's starting not to become fillers. They're starting to become episodes in its own right.
Listen, right? I know I'm watching it, but I'm not liking it.
You know what it is, a Stargirl? Stargirl's almost hard to understand as well. JSA, Junior JSA, this one, that one. You're like, what?
Yeah, I've got a strange feeling this can get cancelled very soon.
Possibly,
because they've got the cheek to cancel my Supergirl, and
is Supergirl been cancelled?
Well, this is going to be the last season, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think it's been cancelled. I think my girl just said it's enough now.
Well, it's cancelled, isn't it? You know them, it's cancelled, bro. They're not making no more. It's cancelled. Yeah, no, so I really think I don't think Stargirl it's okay. It's an okay watch. However, I honestly don't see a future for this. But yeah, you can talk about this week's episode. I just some of the episodes it's not meaningful. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see it. Whereas I know it's that girl with the who's holding up the eye and controlling people. What's her name? I forgot her name now. I have to double check.
Oh, the one, yeah, because she's trying to what is her name? It's her mum. It's her Cindy.
The Cindy.
Yeah. Cindy, and she killed her mum last week, or her stepmom.
Yeah, stepmom. But I think I don't think she's a great actor either. And maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but
possibly, but maybe not.
No, but she's not a great actor either. And I need to see more. And it's a case of, obviously I have to persist and continue to watch. Obviously, from on the back of that, then we just go from there.
Yeah,
but what was your take from there?
I like Stargirl, but I also know this. I must always make sure I watch Stargirl in the daytime. I need to be fully awake. I can't watch Stargirl when I'm tired anymore.
So that's the question. See, is it because it's poor?
Possibly, but I also need to make sure I pay attention. I gotta make sure I pay attention, because what happens is I just don't remember stuff. That's the thing about Stargirl. It's not a lot of the episode passes, but it's not necessarily memorable, so much so that you always remember something that happened.
Correct. It's very forgettable. Very forgettable. Obviously, like I say, it's not like you're disrespecting the show, but parts of it is forgettable. Yeah. And it's obviously, when you mention certain parts of it, I thought, oh yeah, I remember what happened. And plus, also, you got to remember, it comes on a Wednesday. So we're doing a pod on a Tuesday.
So by the time it comes round, bruv, you don't remember shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because you've intaken so much other TV shows. It's like, ooh, the influx.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying. Wednesday, you still also got to watch What If as well.
But what if it stays in your head? Because it's good.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a different kettle of fish. Yeah, so if you're into Stargirl, keep watching it. I did like the fact that Crusher and Paula came back and they escaped out of prison to come and see their daughter just play football, and then they were going to go back to prison. I thought that was quite sick.
See, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. I don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, Eclipso, I don't know, man. It's one of them things where it keeps you hooked enough that you just want to know what's happening. Like you kind of want to know what's happening next week.
Yeah, and the thing is, and I will continue to watch. The thing is, it's not like I'm not going to watch it. I will continue to watch it. and see how and see where it goes.
Definitely stay invested, boy. All right, last week, a Stephen Lawrence series came out on ITV. We spoke a little bit about it last week, and I think Merv had watched all of it. Some of us had watched the episode, some of us watched 1.5 episodes. It's now come to a finish. Well, on ITV, it hasn't come to a finish till next week, but it's come to a finish. We've watched all 3 episodes. I know we spoke about last year, but I still think it's a big program that I think a lot of people should really take in. Because although when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it used to be like that. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. And yes, I think the world has moved on greatly, but there's still so more to go.
Yeah, there is so much to go. Like especially within our own country, we know the world has issues. We already know that. But within the UK, it's got so much to go. And just watching the final episode, and I thought it's great. Got those guys after all these years, but did it really have to take that long?
Bro, it took that long, and then like I had to do my research afterwards. Because obviously they started. When they put the lines up, the white light, the white writing at the end where it starts. This man served life under prison, or this one did it, and I was like, what about the other 3?
Something to say.
To this day, they've only got 2 of them.
And I believe the case is closed now.
Yeah, they closed the case. I think last year.
Yeah. So, and that's it. And there's not going to be anything else apart from that. It's a shut case.
Yeah. But
I think it brings somewhat of rest to the parents.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Yeah. I don't know how I would feel knowing that they are still out there. Because there's a potential you could bump into one of them.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Bump into one of them, and it's like, then what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't like how they did the police officer dirty, bro.
Oh, they sacked him.
Straight sacked him.
Yeah.
You're 1 month away from your retirement. You're good to go or whatever.
But this happens quite a lot, though, isn't it? And the thing is, someone does really well in a case, but it's caused so much controversial issues internally, which is, a lot of heads have taken notice, and it's like, yeah, you know what, he done well. But he can go now.
Yeah,
he can go now. And what can you do but accept it and just walk away?
Yeah,
or be put behind a desk and just do your remaining month and do nothing.
Yeah, it was that was probably my takeaway sad moment, especially considering like the judge bigged him up in the thing, everything in it. Bigged him up for his hard work, and then the police force because they look embarrassed. Like, yeah, okay, cool, you can go now. Do you get me? Like, just put your key on the desk as you leave. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're still watching Vigil, and I think a lot of the man them put in the group like he allow us until next week, so we'll talk about Vigil next week. Although I am now into Vigil and like it's decent, I enjoy it. Like it's funny that my man from what's that program called Line of Duty is in it, but he's in it for like all of 30 seconds.
Yeah, he must come back into it. It's winding me up because I knew he was dead. I thought, okay, and I thought they were doing like some serious flashbacks, and he'll come in and he'll like, no, nothing yet. But yeah, it is good. It is good.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we'll talk about Vigil, but we will talk about a film that was released maybe last year, to be honest, but it's only been really recently put out on Disney, starring Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. Okay, which was called Cruella, which was about Cruella de Vil from the 101 Dalmatians, but this was set prior to that time or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's what it was. You know, big film. Absolutely big film. If I'm being honest, I didn't know what to expect. To me, I thought, okay, let me just pass time. Let me watch it. But I was massively impressed by this film.
You've got to be pleasantly surprised. You've got to be.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, and how it all ended, how it all came to an end was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I fully enjoyed it. I can't tell you I watched that at school, but I watched it.
It's a bit too late for that now, mate.
I watched that at school yesterday. I had a little bit of a free afternoon, so like I was doing work, and while I was working, it was on my tablet or whatever. So I was watching it, and then people like pop up to me was like, "Oh, have you watched it yet?" I said, "No, I haven't watched it yet. I'm just watching it now." And like, no, it's good film, man. Good film. And it's not necessarily a kid's film. I don't think it is a kid's film.
No, definitely not a kid's film.
Not a kid's film. Maybe like 13, 14, you might kind of get it, understand it. But it's not a pity film. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I learned different stuff. Like I didn't know about Cruella de Vil. I don't even remember watching 101 Dalmatians, to be honest with you.
Huh?
I don't remember watching it. I know she had the dog. To be honest, I don't remember watching it. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember watching it. I don't even know what it's about.
Huh?
Like obviously they have 101 picnic, like the dogs or whatever. But I don't remember. Like I don't know.
Like
I can't remember it.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
I can't remember it, so I may have to watch it again. And again, I think they're trying to come out with a second film in the Cruella series.
The thing is, I'd be more than happy to see that because I want to see more about Cruella.
Yeah.
You know, obviously 101 Dalmatians, to me, it was just like a Simon Cowell film. He loves dogs in it. So, it's them ones. He loves dogs. Yeah. But this Cruella, it's got more meaning to it. There's more to it. And the reason why she became who she was and her relation to the woman, I can't remember the woman's name. I can't remember her name. And the issues she had growing up and being abandoned and how she grew up with her friends and stuff like that. It was, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really pleasant film and to be fair, it's one of those films I can actually watch it again.
Yeah, definitely. It's there on DisneyPlus. I probably, I'd sit down and watch it again. It's all right.
It's a whole 2 hours and 14 minutes.
I know. I think it was good. I think Cruella de Vil was a good film, and I think Emma Stone plays a good person. Emma Thompson, like it had a good strong cast as well.
No, they definitely did.
And a strong cast. So yeah, Cruella is out now on DisneyPlus. It was like you could originally, it was out in cinema that you could buy it, but I think it just allowed that and just came.
Yeah, see, DisneyPlus, I've realized they put films in exclusive when it comes out. You pay for it. Just wait for 2 weeks. Thank you very much. And it becomes free.
Yeah, it's just free to air.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, so all right, cool. Again, I want to do the next one, yeah. But I'm gonna wait till next week because we've got technically 3 months before I've got to really talk about it. And that was the fact that Money Heist has returned. The season 5 is out. And it's the first 5 episodes. And the second 5 are going to be out in December. But I will say this before I go into it. So next week, hold tight. It's emotional, bruv. It's emotional. You'll go through the emotions. You'll be angry. You'll be vexed.
The thing is, I do want to watch it. But I'm so far behind. There's no point.
Nah, there's always a point. Bruv, when we came to Lord of the Rings before the final season, I hadn't watched Lord of the Rings in yonks. I sat down and watched every episode of Lord of the Rings from the first episode to the episode where they were going to do a handover to me. Bruv, it's sick. It's sick.
So this one, so is it all? So how is it all out on Netflix? So you watch it on Netflix? That way you watched it from, yeah?
Watch it on Netflix. Yeah, all episodes on Netflix.
Boy, yeah. Unfortunately, I think I definitely will skip it.
Fair enough. No, but like I said, for me, do you know what as well? When you watch it, you'd proper like it. Like you think, like he's on levels with Michael Scofield, in a sense of he's just a genius, bro. He's just a genius. But if you're not in it, you're not in it. But Money Heist is definitely one to watch. That was out. It came out. I just watched back to back, bro. Just straight back.
Well, how many episodes are there?
Of this season, 5.
Yeah, 5. Is that it?
Of this season, because they're going to have another 5. But it might be 6, to be fair. But it's another set that's going to be taking place later in the year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Also, to let you know that on my block, okay, when we start talking about bodegas, the next series, I think it's the final series as well.
Yeah.
That's coming out on the 4th of October. All right. Exclusively on Netflix. If you had watched Sex Education season 1 and 2, and then that is coming out on the 17th of September.
Yeah, I never watched that, but I heard that was good still.
Yeah, Sex Education was good. It's funny. Yeah, I don't know. What else have you got to say to the people then?
Boy, enjoy your week. That's what I'm going to say.
No, definitely enjoy your week. Enjoy the sunshine. Hopefully it does last longer than like just on Wednesday. It'd be nice to, nice energy, nice vibes and them kind of things there. Shout out Kel. Shout out Merv. Hold tight. And yeah, guys, that's episode 108.
Big up. Big up.
Don't be late. It was great. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. You know it makes sense. Otherwise, just get high. All right, you lot, later.
Always
Peace.
wanted to be a rapper, you know.
Always.